What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel, and today we are discussing Patrick Cripps from the Carlton Footy Club. What are we going to do with him? Do we trade him? Do we hold him? We're going to find out. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into it today, but before we get into that, I want to sort of introduce myself. Now, I did have a SuperCoach channel before I uploaded this video, but I, however, changed that to a gaming channel, and that's doing its own thing. But this is my new SuperCoach channel called Hippo SuperCoach, as you guys obviously know. Anyway, let's get into it. So Patrick Cripps, so he's given us an 88 in round one, and then I think he had an 80 in round two. I could be wrong. Let me just double check. It wasn't good. It's very underwhelming, but and a lot of people are saying 82, yes. A lot of people are saying trade him, which I understand. I really do understand why people want to trade him. But we got to look at what this man is capable of. Let's have a look at his 2019 stats. So we can look at 2020 briefly, but 2020, it's a little bit, it's out of proportion because we didn't have that full quarters. I mean, he still had some good games. Had a 150 against Hawthorn, solid, but he had some dreadful games. At 26, I believe he got injured that game. But yeah, he really struggled throughout this season. Apparently had a lot of injury problems throughout the year, and the annoying thing with Cripps is I think he sort of battles injuries without letting the club, or maybe not the club, but at least letting the public like us know, which is very, very difficult for our Supercoach teams, which is frustrating. Anyway, let's have a look at his 2019 stats. So this is the last season he played in full minute quarters. So we had the 126, 116, 157, 169, 110. Now that was the start we were hoping for as initial selectors this season. We haven't got it. It's frustrating, but this is what this man is capable of. He's capable of a 194 against Brisbane. Like, the ceiling is never in doubt. The little concern with him is how he finished this year. So he had a 194, then he drops to a 78, 115, 73, 152, 78, 134, 85, and then a 148. So it had a clear trend of him having a huge score and then going well below par, which made it a very hard captain option. However, at this price this season, I don't think he's that captain option that he used to be, but he can definitely get up to that 600, 650k mark, averaging 110 plus. I 100% guarantee it. Some people have been saying he's under an injury cloud. I think it's possible, definitely possible. He hasn't looked good, but I mean, he's come up against two great midfields in Collingwood and Richmond. Collingwood's midfield looked terrible round one. They really did. But the thing is with Collingwood, they played like Adams and Pendles had bloody 110 or something each last night. So it makes it a little bit difficult to judge Cripps against two good midfielders. Good midfields. He comes up against Freo and Gold Coast, I believe. Yeah, Freo and Gold Coast next. So I think he could really explode these next two games. Even against Port, they're a good team as well. But I think he could, he's got a 111 average against Port. So whilst he's had two really mediocre and disappointing scores, he's had two bad games and he's had two 80s and 90s, or 88 and 82. So when he does turn it on, he's going to, light the place up, obviously. And he had 20-something touches. He's lost that accumulating factor about him, but I think he'll get it back over these next few weeks. He just needs to find his feet a little bit with this new midfield. Williams, I don't think Williams has a negative impact. I think it actually helps him. I think it takes attention off him. I don't think they tag Cripps anymore. I don't think the league respects Cripps anymore to the point where he's that guaranteed tag week in, week out. So that's my view on him. Whether you trade him or not, that's up to you. I think you have to hold, because you guys got to think about this, right? We pick these players at the start of the season. We do all this research. I've been researching since January. I've watched all those practice matches that were off air. Like, he looked great in that pracky match. So I think you have to you have to keep him if you have him. Obviously, if you don't have him, you don't want to trade him in right now. He could be a good upgrade target. He can get to about maybe 450k, and then he's obviously worth 600 at his prime. But yeah, I think with people that are saying he's got this injury cloud, I understand why you trade him then. But like, he never was really. People are saying he's lost his explosiveness. He's never really had that. Like, I've been watching him since he got drafted. He never had that quick first step, and he's always been a slow player and a slow thinker at times with the ball, but he just knows how to find that footy and contested beast. Like, when he's on, he's like seriously unstoppable, and he doesn't need that explosive speed. So that's why I don't think he is injured. He could be. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he is, but I don't think he is. Anyway, that is what I think about Patrick Cripps. Let me know what you guys have to say in the comments. It's a tough one. It definitely is a tough one, and it's an awkward price as well. I think if he was 600k, you'd have to jump off him just because he's lost all his value. But I mean, at this point, I'm thinking about keeping Cripps and just really making sure I've got the right rookies. That's about all I'm trading for at the moment. Let me know what trades you have in mind as well for this round. Good luck for the rest of the round, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, boys. Have a good round.